Okay, just wow. If this pattern ends up completely playing out as we predicted, things are just going to get bonkers. Hello bull market, hello door entry, but we are not there yet, guys. There's some key things that need to happen. Was this a big fake out? Is price going to get rejected, or is this the start of something beautiful, new, and very big? As well, just fighting to get out of this golden pocket right here, guys. Things are absolutely critical. The wicks are actually the exact length on the top and the bottom. Which way does it want to go? Wow, we really need to get into it. As always, wow, just so exciting. So guys, tell your mother I'm coming over for dinner, and no, she doesn't have to have any food. Buzzinga, let's get into it. Wow, what's going on, everyone? Welcome back to this Friday episode, January 3rd, 2020. A lot of exciting stuff, you guys. Wow, as we talked about in yesterday's video, how these price movements happen so fast, we essentially nailed this one as well, guys. This candle, this big candle, about $600, but it is hovering at a key area. So the real question now is this move fizzled out, or is it just getting started? And as well, as 2020 has just begun, we have a lot of new thoughts in the air. There's a lot of crazy things going around, a lot of exciting stuff, you guys. So it would be my pleasure to go over some of it with you here today. And as well, guys, we are doing a giveaway for these ledgers, guys. Very awesome stuff. So all you have to do to enter is leave a comment below, and if you're new to the channel, make sure to leave a like, subscribe, turn on those push notifications, and ding that bell. Is it getting hot in here, or is it just the 16 hot dogs that I have cooking just out of frame? Guys, let's do this. I want to start here on the daily chart for Bitfinex, you guys. You see, we're actually just bouncing completely within the middle, you know, the top middle right here and the bottom middle of this heartline channel here of Bitcoin's descending channel here, you guys. Today, pretty much the candle enveloped this entire middle area. Bitcoin is really just signaling some volatility, and it really wants to break out. You can even actually see the potential head and shoulders, inverse head and shoulders, being formed as we speak here, guys. But as many people are talking about, and as we've been talking about for weeks now a lot of people are catching on. Is this move going to actually explode as violently as these moves sometimes do? Has the neckline been broken? So in fact, I do want to move over to the Coinbase chart here, and this is the daily chart. Okay, so this is my favorite illustration here of the potential inverse head and shoulders that we have forming here, you guys. Now, I did say I would like to see this come down a little bit more. However, this remains just as valid. And clearly here, guys, you see this sloping neckline, okay? You can see it was having many touches right here, broke through it for a very short amount of time here, and then another touch here. But guys, today actually wicked all the way up to touch this neckline. So to me, this pattern could not be more valid, as it is clearly respecting the laws of this pattern. If we zoom in, this wick literally touched the top of this neckline right here, and currently we're trading about 72.70, 72.80, and that was all the way at about 7,400. 7,400 is the biggest area right now for a lot of reasons that aren't even just because of this inverse head and shoulder neckline, guys. There's a lot of reasons why, and we've been talking about them for a while now. In fact, it has been the center of this consolidation pattern for this entire 2 months now, about a month and a half actually. It's been the center of this. 74 as well is right around this area where we need to get back above the market structure line, guys. Very key right here. We have to watch out for that. After 7,400, the next biggest area is right around 82, 8,100 US dollars, which is absolutely critical to get back into bull mode, okay? And so taking a look at this Bitstamp chart, you can see clearly the same pattern potentially being formed here, you guys. Clearly this shoulder still has some formation left to go. Again, I said yesterday these patterns that usually break pretty fast. I'm actually surprised that the pattern had bounced already so fast. However, to answer the question, is this pattern fizzled out now? Is it failed? Or can it be completed? Can it continue and actually break out of this pattern? Again, this is actually one of the craziest patterns in my opinion, because not only are we within some key levels in terms of this market structure line here in the middle, not only are we in the middle of this golden pocket, which, guys, if you're not familiar, let me just remind you something real quick. It's the 0.618 and the 0.65, and this is for like the past year. This Fibonacci level is valid for the last year, and this is exactly where it is. You take it from the low here to the high of what we saw in 2019, okay? You take it from the swing there to the high here, you guys, come down. This right here is that key level, and that's literally where we're battling right now. It's absolutely crazy that this has become such a crazy area. You can see another thing within this descending triangle that's been going on for about 7 months now. This descending channel that's been going on for 7 months. If I said descending triangle, I meant descending channel, okay? You take a look at this. The entire time you could see there was many patterns. I have some of them still drawn on here, but for the most part, it kind of kept moving. Now for the past month and a half, we have been completely stuck in this zone here, you guys. And now it's very obvious we are actually in a new pattern, and it's very likely that it is this inverse head and shoulders on this pattern here. However, we do need to point a few things out. One very important thing to point out is that this descending broadening wedge also is very key in terms of marking where this pattern goes, because not only today did we get a massive bounce from it, but yesterday is where we found that massive support right on this line. Okay, this line has been key. You can see the sloping resistance, and now it's become support. Here it was sloping resistance, okay? And then all of this was sloping support. So now I want to talk about the next move. So what do we expect to happen next? Well, I'm going to be honest. After having a big pump today, I would not be surprised to see it potentially come down and try to actually go for that second time to target what we've been talking about. Okay, guys, right around that $6,800 level. Now, that doesn't mean it'll happen. The main scenario to keep an eye on, a lot of people are expecting this maybe, is a breakout here after, you know, it hasn't broken out right away. It clearly did not break out right away. However, a lot of people expecting this momentum to continue. However, another option that I'm very much paying attention to is just seeing it come back down to these levels here, okay? Whether something happens around here and then breaking out, okay, guys? Because we didn't really come down as far as this left shoulder, and you don't have to in inverse head and shoulder. But I just think after the massive momentum that we've seen, it would make some sense to do that. But as well, guys, it would make as much sense as well for it to continue and to continue going up. So if we actually take a look on the 1 hour, we can get a better picture of what's actually going on. Okay, so as usual, this move happened very, very fast. This entire move yesterday happened in a period of about 2 hours. And then today, both giant green candles were within 2 hours. There's actually 3 hours, but this candle did nothing. So it was one candle here and one. So that's 2 hours where the massive move basically happened. And then you actually see throughout, it actually continued to climb throughout the morning. And now we are seeing some sort of a small consolidation pattern on this 1 hour chart as well. So you really have to see what's happening. You can see this 50 or the 21 hour moving average. You can see, again, I don't put a lot of weight on that, but you can see right now it's clearly touching and trying to provide some support there. We had some support at these other historical trend lines that we have on here, these blue lines we have on here. But guys, do not fear, because a setup into an even more bullish breakout. We had I think today was a really good confirmation that this pattern was really valid for me, okay? Huge confirmation of that. So yes, very cool stuff. But guys, we do have to keep in mind that I would not be surprised, and I would hope honestly to get another pullback to the top of this descending broadening wedge, and also test this for support and then have the massive bounce, okay? That's what I'm really hoping for, pullback, and that would again take us below 7,000 again. So again, guys, don't get worried. You'd look at the coin market cap charts and you would see red across the board, you know, maybe negative like 5% or so. But guys, that could be setting up for this bigger pattern that we've been talking about, this inverse head and shoulders, okay? The longer it goes as well, in my opinion, the more strength it'll have, and the more robust it is, the more it touches on here. You know, the possibility of it just gaining more and more momentum and speed there is very important, guys. Wow, it drew that perfectly. First try, look at that. Look at that, guys. And we are expecting a break, at least to break out of that. We need to break the 74, guys, because that's where we found resistance today. So that's why I'm not really counting this 100% as like an ultimate break there. It was very exciting, and it still could over the next few hours. But I'm going to be honest, you guys, my first thought is that we do get not a rejection, but a pullback in a very fast amount of time, and then another bounce. So something very similar to that, okay? Go from 72, 67, boom, 76, up to that area, okay? So that's what I'm really looking for. I'm waiting and watching for. Very, very cool stuff. It's very exciting to me. Okay, guys, and look what that would do. That would put us back into this golden box right here. Actually, we haven't been in it, so I can't say back into it, but it would put us for the first time into this golden box, which again, this for me is just the cow's coming home, okay? This is where the bull market begins, the door to some fun right here, the door to the bull market, okay, guys? We have to watch out for that. So if this actually breaks out, we have to watch this. This sloping neckline right there, if it breaks out of that sloping neckline, we have the inverse head and shoulders that actually plays. That was kind of ugly. Let me redraw that. I'm not an artist. Okay, come down here. Boom. That would be picture perfect, beautiful, guys. Absolutely what I'm waiting and watching for. Now, if that doesn't get you excited, who even are you guys? Get excited. This is awesome. We're just trying to have fun and just really look at these charts and have some fun. As well, look at this BTC USD longs continue to increase here after this very weird pattern, seeming to bounce right on this 21 day here. Very, very interesting. Again, I do think it's just so interesting how this pattern coiled up here. Okay, what I mean by that, it just coiled up here, and then it broke. It's just a very odd thing. This is not the Bitcoin price. This is the Bitcoin USD longs. Okay, guys. So this is people longing Bitcoin, just going up so far. Now, people back here were saying, well, we're going to get a pullback right away. We never got that, you guys. We never got that liquidation. So you just got to keep an eye on that. And now it is the weekend, okay? So we're going to have the CME begin to close. So we're going to have to wait and watch, guys. If we do have the massive pump, this is really important here. If we do have a massive pump over the weekend, it's very likely that it will come back down very soon. It's very likely that it could come back down very, very fast. So in my opinion, if we in fact did what we mentioned in this video and we get a little bit of a rejection, come down here maybe and then bounce up, hopefully, in my opinion, that takes until next week, maybe Monday or Tuesday. Skip the weekend. Again, the whole process could take a few days. Optimally, it would, but it would also be great for the CME gap. That would be very exciting. Perfect. Wow. Thank you guys so much for coming by. Make sure to leave your comment and subscribe below, and I will see you in the next one.